was a mistake.
You mean you hurt those people?
I'm alone.
Why did you do this?
Embrace my emotions fully and create the art my heart yearns for. This is of the greatest importance to me. But if I found myself in the same situation as Ming Yang, perhaps I'd react similarly and lose my way. She was forced into this and was looking for a way out. I can't just turn a blind eye and let them charge her. There must be a way to uncover the truth and save her.
Yes, we should continue our investigation.
So, they must be making a lot of pigments and ink sticks.
But they lied to us and tried to cover it up.
The painting they showed us and the artworks in the studio, they all match what Ming Yang described in her diary. Her diary shows us she had major mood swings, which really affected her art. All these strange things started happening after the Shenyun art exchange got involved.
Maybe there's more that they're trying to hide. This is the last one for the night. This is either going to be the... Why do I see damage numbers? This is either going to be the one that ends the story quest, or I will have to finish this up another night.
I hear people talking.
We can eavesdrop on their conversation.
Okay, I'll use my terminal to record it, just in case.
What is wrong with you? Keep the connection. The wind isn't knocking out the freaking stuff.
Oh, Mr. Beitzer stopped by again, grumbling about the delay in getting Ming Yan's paintings to the Shanyuan Art Exchange.
If Yin Feng hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't have gotten hurt. Now she can't even paint, and our order is gonna be late.
Hey, watch yourself. I just did what I always do. She's been rebellious and a bit too smart for her own good lately. I just wanted her to keep her head down and work. Who knew she'd crack and cause that mess? Luckily, I slipped away, and the patrollers didn't suspect me. It's no big deal. I pinned it all on Ming Yan, so we're in the clear.
Someone was here earlier asking about her case. No patrollers, but do you think they could find out what we did?
Doubtful. They might notice we're making pigments here, but that's it.
It doesn't matter if they find out. We pose as exiles. And what doesn't an exile do?
But we should be careful. Remember what Mr. Beitzer warned us about? Keep these things on the down low. And if anyone finds out, they can't be allowed to trace it back to the Shanyuan Art Exchange.
So the Shenyun Art Exchange has been involved in Ming Yang's case right from the start. No wonder they got all shifty when we brought up Ming Yang earlier.
Yin Feng. That name sounds familiar.
It was his signature on Mr. Shilan's transaction record.
We spoke right where it happened.
When I asked him about the incident, he put all the blame on Ming Yan, saying she had ulterior motives. The exiles we questioned during the day did the same, trying to divert attention and cover up their own involvement at the scene in the first place. These distractions led us to concentrate solely on Ming Yan, ignoring other possible angles.
I have a theory, but we need that batch of paintings they mentioned to test it.
Let's give the area another
But
sweep.
there's so many more people in the camp now. How should we get in?
We could we could disguise ourselves as exiles. Oh boy. This again, huh?
This should do the trick. Now, let's see what information we can find inside the camp.
Never thought I'd get worn out from something this light.
You're just out of shape.
What did you just say? That's it. I'm heading to the northern warehouse right now. Wait till you see me carry 100 of those supplies. In one go!
I can't believe the number of painters involved. They know where they all live too.
This might just be the tip of the iceberg.
These addresses are not too far from each other, so the Art Exchange must be managing its network by districts. This camp is likely the hub for this district, handling transportation and supplies.
Judging from the list, it looks like they're still searching for artists to create forgeries.
We've got to stop them from expanding their network.
These paintings are all fakes. I don't remember the real ones circulating the market. How has this managed to be kept from the public for so long?
Most of these paintings were sent to the whining Iaxis Meyer.
If they go through the ports, it'll be harder for anyone to ever notice. Not to mention the threats from the Shanyun Art Exchange. We should look for more clues.
JJ plays the recorded
I
content.
want out of this.
Impossible. We've never had anyone quit from a deal. Besides, you've already taken the money.
You can have the money back. Every penny of it. I just want out. Please. I won't make it difficult for you.
You think we'll let you go just like that after seeing our entire operation? You know what? Could work something out. But it'll come at a small fee. Gotta have insurance.
What do you want?
A dead person tells no tales.
The recording goes silent for a while before someone speaks again.
That's everything from our talk yesterday, boss. She's still holding her cards close.
Keep an eye on her for now. If she tries anything, take her out.
Understood.
You know what? Skip it.
This must be the warehouse they were talking about. There's still some leftover ink lying around.
These paintings.
They're all from the list. This batch is all Serenity of Shehua Village. Ming Yang's work.
So, all those copies from the studio.
These aren't just simple copies anymore. It's obvious now. She was working with them to create forgeries for her own gain. In the end, this is the path she chose. I suspected as much, though I couldn't quite... I wasn't sure until I saw the paintings myself.
I'll notify the patrollers.
Wait, this painting. It's the Serenity of Shehua Village original, not a copy. Shouldn't it be at the studio? Oh, I see it now. This was the painting they stole from the studio.
How can you tell them apart?
These copies, they're almost identical to the original. But there are some details, subtle ones, that reflect the artist's quirks, not just their technique. The painter copied them well. But if you look closely, you'll find that the finishings are a bit, more rigid in some areas.
How do you know so much about the original painting?
Well, that's because Look out!
Leave it to me.
A new technique.
Are you hurt?
No. I'm just catching my breath. But where did these tacit discords come from?
The researcher mentioned a link between Ming Yan and TDs.
Her emotions cause the painting's frequencies to fluctuate, attracting the monsters.
But she's not even here.
You said art reflects the artist's mood.
It's just... I'm not really sure why her mood is... reacting to us.
Maybe... Could it be because I'm here? She did see what I could do with my resonance ability once. Ever since I saw her diary, I've been wondering. Maybe it was seeing my ability that inspired her to start creating those phantasms. Maybe that's why she began to lose herself in her art. It seems like all those accumulated emotions just burst out whenever we get close to her or one of her paintings. It's all my fault.
It's neither your fault nor the paintings.
But more exiles from the art exchange.
More on that later.
Watch out!
Surrender your stuff.
Did you really think we'd let you just walk away after you destroyed our warehouses and interfered with our business?
Why is everyone so obsessed with making money?
Who exactly are you people? You don't look like you're patrollers. What do you want? If it's the paintings you're after, take as many as you want. We can always make new ones.
Forcing people to make copies like a factory line? It's disrespecting the creator's dignity.
It's just a couple of stones and trees on a piece of paper, for crying out loud. Even I could draw one with the flick of a wrist. Who cares if they're real or not? For the amount of paint and ink that goes into them, I'd even go so far as to say paying those painters 20 credits each is a ripoff.
How could you measure the value of creation in such a way?
Oh, so you're also here for the money. Look, name a figure. We'll pay double if it'll make you shut up. How does that sound? Take it and scram.
That's not what I meant.
Then what the hell do you want from me?
I want to expose everything to the public.
What?
Aside from reporting you to the patrollers, I want to let the public know about all the forgery and smuggling you've been doing. The way you coerce the painters and put their lives at risk for profit? I'll expose it all.
Jaja.
Is something wrong?
I like the idea. You have my full support.
I can't remain silent about this any longer. This is the only way more people can learn about the truth.
You better think this through. The Shanyuan Art Exchange is not a group you want to cross.
I never painted for the art exchange's approval. If no one else dares to speak up, then I'll be the one to do it.
I might just have the plan.
First, we keep these guys on close watch. Then, we need to catch them off guard. And the best way to do that is...
a trial. More specifically, a class trial. He'll die.
Well, that's quite the story. At best, this merely proves our involvement in the incident, yet the real culprit remains unknown. Your accusations are groundless. Allow me to remind you, she was the one who created those paintings, insisted on selling them, and concocted the entire terrifying incident. Do you honestly believe her paintings would have earned a single penny without my intervention?
No. Mr. Baitsu, you're changing the subject.
How ungrateful. She ensnared us in this debacle, and now you dare to lay the blame at our feet.
But before we proceed, I wish to present this audio recording to the court.
Oh, Mr. Baitzer stopped by again, grumbling about the delay in getting Ming Yan's paintings to the Shan-Yuan Art Exchange.
If Yin Feng hadn't pushed her, she wouldn't have gotten hurt. Now she can't even paint, and our order is gonna be late.
She's been rebellious and a bit too smart for her own good lately. I just wanted her to keep her head down and work. Who knew she'd crack and cause that mess?
Mingyan was initially only making copies. Everything changed after you stepped in. Trickery, misinformation, and later on even threats. She was led down the path of forging artworks for you. I do understand that if her own heart hadn't wavered, none of this would have happened. But there was already no turning back by the time she wanted to quit. So, saying she was the mastermind behind it all, that's just not fair.
Even so, how is forgery a valid accusation? Nothing like that was mentioned in your recording, now was it?
We found the original painting in the hidden warehouse. And we have evidence of forgeries being sold and bought.
This evidence clearly shows that these paintings are no ordinary copies, but your way of making a profit.
There's no such thing as real or fake paintings. You're not fooling anyone. For it to be forgery, there has to be another original artist. These paintings are all the work of Ming Yan. Even if she made dozens of identical copies, it wouldn't be considered forgery.
Mr. Baitz, do you recognize this painting?
Well, of course. It's Serenity of Shehua Village, the work of the arcane artist.
Then can you tell the difference between this one and the others?
Of course. This piece possesses a lifelike quality unmatched by any other, all thanks to the resonance ability of the arcane artist Ming Yan.
However, judging from these paintings, it seems Ming Yan's ability never stabilized successfully. Except for this original piece.
What does this have to do with anything? Do you have solid evidence to prove the differences between these paintings? What you're saying is all speculation. There's no guarantee a painter won't make mistakes, is there?
Artists seeking perfection always choose the highest quality pigments for their most important pieces. During our investigation of the studio, I accidentally got paint on me and discovered something interesting about the materials used in these paintings. The original paintings had pigments that were pure and brighter, able to blend more naturally and retain color for longer. In contrast, the forgeries used pigments made from mineral scraps. These don't hold up the same, smudging at the slightest touch. We can distinguish the real paintings from the fakes simply by analyzing the ink used.
Doing so only proves the so-called original painting is created differently from the others. Are you implying that Ming Yan is only allowed to use a single kind of pigment throughout her work? How is this supposed to prove that we are behind the forgeries?
Because the original creator of Serenity and Shehua Village is me. When I was a child, painting was the only way I could express myself freely. Everything I did and didn't understand, it all flowed through the tip of my paintbrush. All that I saw lived within my paintings. Whatever I thought, I painted into reality. This power to turn fantasies into reality gradually caught the interest of many. Tales of the arcane artist spread far and wide. I took great joy in my skills improving. However, I discovered, to my dismay, that my parents were using my creations to turn a quick profit.
Oh
They were sold at
no!
unbelievable prices. Some sought beauty in enchanted worlds, using the paintings as a distraction from reality. Others resorted to hellish nightmares to inflict torment upon those they desire. My own abilities had led my paintings astray. They were being exploited, and everything was spiraling out of control. After I realized this, I began to fear holding a brush. I tried to paint without relying on my abilities, but my parents scolded me for it.
Well, your
They
parents
called
are
anything painted
assholes.
without using my abilities worthless. After the family business fell apart, my parents vanished without a trace.
For the
They may
best,
have left behind
apparently.
a considerable mess, but freedom has also been returned to my brush. Xiehua Village was my first stop upon arriving in Jinzhou alone. Waters and mountains rest by the pain. Valleys and peaks in the dream remain. Colors of vanity washed away. The painted world fades, forgotten today. A poem I wrote, inscribed on serenity in Xiehua Village. I know it's not that well written, but it's proof of my decision to stop everything I was doing. And that painting, well, it became the arcane artist's final piece of art. Ever since that day, paintings with special abilities gradually faded from everyone's minds. And I never used my abilities to paint again.
Well, that was certainly a touching story. But I'm afraid your words alone won't be enough to prove you created this painting.
Madame Juyao, to prove my statement, I request your permission to use and paint with one of these copies.
Granted.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes. Ming Yang's experience has made me realize something. To create art that truly resonates, I must first accept myself. The paintings I drew in the past, they were heartfelt creations, pieces of my life. They formed my past and shaped who I am today. It's not just about proving a single painting. It's about so much more. If my forte is the cause behind all this, then I must take responsibility. I can't just let this go on and hurt others.
I see. Why in the world is this painting so distorted?
Spectacle is born from the mind. This
Why is
place
the
must
voice
be a
acting
manifestation
gone?
of
I'm
Ming
doing it in
Yan's mind
post.
when she created it.
Wait, did you hear something? Joja!
I've painted it exactly like hers. That voice. It's alright. It's okay. She's gone now. Soon, I'll be an even better painter than she ever was.
Watch out! Why did that voice acting disappear from the cutscene?
You!
Now I have stuff to do in post.
I've already done everything I can! Why are you still better than me?
That's just the morning axe.
You were just lucky. If it weren't for your care and holding your hands, you'd never have what would be rightfully mine. Capture the spark!
Swift.
Enough.
Still, I couldn't do it. Why? I perfected everything. It's all because of your abilities. My abilities have nothing to do with it. You created masterpieces I wish came from me. Bold, free. I know art paintings have their differences, but the heart and soul we put into them are the same.
Beautiful.
You shouldn't see me as a model to follow. Only when you connect with your truest feelings can you create an exceptional piece of art.
This phantasm is so cool!
Too bad we won't ever see it again.
Baki Miri glances at you without saying a word.
Little by little.
So everything she said was true. I never imagined the art exchange could do such a...
Tell me about it. I was even about to stand up for them.
It's beautiful. We should be able to use it as proof. Of course, I'll be sure to record everything faithfully.
When I learned the truth, I was heartbroken. I believed that by sealing my forte, no one would get hurt because of my paintings. I never expected them to continue causing harm after all these years. But Rover's words made me realize something. It was never about the paintings themselves, but rather those who sought to use them to hurt others. Mr. Baitsu, you run a highly esteemed calligraphy and painting institution, yet you've suppressed the creative spirit and violated these artists' dignity, all for the sake of wealth. Everything they cherished has now become a tool for profit. The works they held dear are just tools for your gain, insulting to both the original artists and their imitators. Set before you is the original painting from many years ago, and the one I've just completed. Now, everything has been brought to light.
We received word from the Public Security Bureau 10 minutes ago that they have taken the exiles into custody, and found the location where the paintings were hidden. Mr. Baitze, do you have anything else to add to your defense?
Well done.
Very well. We will reevaluate Mingyan's charges, determine the Shanyun Art Exchange's involvement in the incident, and conduct a comprehensive investigation as soon as possible. This hearing is adjourned.
I like how Jojo's story quest went from a 50 to a 90 as soon as we found out about her backstory.
It's finally over. I didn't miss anything important, did I?
You did great.
Huh? No, not at all. I was just coming up with things to say as I went. My palms were sweating the whole time. I definitely couldn't have done it if you weren't there with me. Thinking about the feeling when we were investigating the case together is what kept me calm during the trial. What I meant to say is, back then, everything I said felt right. Like I could just be myself around you. It felt so good to be that relaxed. Thank you for helping me through this. You helped me find the courage to believe in myself. Thanks to you, look at everything we accomplished. The Shenyun Art Exchange is undergoing investigation. It'll be the end of their businesses. And the painters they coerced are finally set free. Thank you. I haven't felt this happy in a long time.
Don't mention it.
I want to pay Mingyang a visit. After all, she was involved in all of this, and I want to tell her everything. What do you think?
Could I come along?
My commission started with her. Plus, you and I solved the case together. Why don't you come with me?
Is the commission over?
Yes. I already had it taken care of the day we found out the truth.
All right, let's go.
Complete, but we can go visit Mingyang. Whoa. Just close your eyes and believe that you'll just, be there. I should have just teleported, bro. What was I thinking?
Wind guide me.
Jaja? It's been a while.
Your injuries.
The researchers have taken good care of me. A chat won't hurt. And you must be the rover.
You know me?
I heard about everything you did. Thank you for freeing me from those nightmares. You know what, Jaja? You may seem soft and gentle on the outside, but if your boundaries are crossed, I think you can be tougher than anyone else. And I still owe you an apology. Forgive me, because I was so obsessed with wanting to be you, to be better than you. I've caused you so much trouble. The pain of these injuries managed to put a stop to my obsession with imitating your paintings. Maybe I was never meant to be a painter to begin with.
I brought you a gift.
See? Only you can create a painting with such life. I still have a long way to go.
This is your painting. It's the one you gave me when we first met.
How ironic. I've been trying to imitate you for so many years that now I can't even tell my own paintings apart anymore.
Your paintings were never inferior to mine. Just look at this piece. Even you approve of its value. It doesn't matter who painted it. Mingyang, I hope you can find your true self, whoever she is. I know you can do it.
Thank you for bringing me this painting. Really.
Mingyang opens the scroll, painting once again, and stares at every detail for a long day.
I think it's safe to say she'll give it some thought. During the few times we met, she was always passionate about discussing art with me. I think that fire inside her won't just fade away. Come to think of it, the deep discussions we had and the painting duels back then felt like true friendship. So, seeing her in so much pain, I just had to help. I don't want Mingyang to lose hope and have someone who loves painting so much just disappear.
I think she understood what you meant earlier.
To be honest, I didn't just see this case through to correct mistakes or help the artists. Deep down, I didn't want to let you down. I wanted to tell you this back at the mine, but the words just didn't come out right.
It's fine. I understand what you're trying to say.
Thank you for being my friend and helping me through all of this, Rover.
I can say the same to you.
While I have yet to uncover my past and who I am, every moment with you is a new and special memory. Thank you for your help, Zhezhe. This experience has helped me understand you and the world a little better.
You seem to be pretty slow on the news.
So, you know how to tell jokes now.
You've given me the courage to joke around.
Does that mean you can do the same in front of others?
Well... Let's take it slow for now.
She's even more beautiful without the glasses. Wow, Rover really did riz Zhezhe by just saying, "Yeah, I want to be friends." Wow. You know, honestly, if anyone else here has played Trails of Cold Steel 3, I feel like we just had the opposite version of doing the romance line with Emma at the end of Cold Steel 3, where Reens tells Emma when she takes off her glasses and he has contact lenses for her, he says, "I think I want to keep this sight all to myself." And literally, that's kind of what we just had here, except it's Zhezhe, the one in glasses, saying, "I think I would rather have you have it all, I want you to have it all to yourself. Only you get to have my thing." So, it's nice. Anyway, with that, that's 5 videos done. I think... oh, shit. I guess maybe next time we will go and do, a couple of long side quests. I do believe that, okay, the Glorious Wounds Pearl and, oh, no, Glorious Wounds Pearl is actually the final side quest trophy you can get in the game. And completing To a Shore's End is the last main story trophy until the most recent update. So, yeah, I think next episode I'll go ahead and do a bunch of side quests. Even though I said I should finish with the Black Shores story quest already, I'll go ahead and get some side quests out of the way and stuff next time so that I have them done. And then when I do go on the big exploration and stuff, we'll see what we have to do, you know? Anyway, that JoJo story quest was really good. I liked it a lot. And yeah, till next time. Well, another thing is also, I really should start getting my rank up because
I will be there for everyone.
The only
as we
thing I'm
head
able
toward
to
our
grind
shared
for
future,
now is like money.
leaving the past behind.
Like I've only been grinding for money. And I should be grinding for more things like this, but I do need a lot of money. Cause even though Genshin made me, that's one thing I wish. I wish I had my money from Genshin. Then I would never need to grind for money again. Because I remember a time when I was broke as shit in Genshin, and then you play a shit ton of events back to back,
I will be there for
then
everyone.
you just become rich as hell.
As we head toward our shared future.
Goodbye and good night. I'm going practically straight to bed. It's 2:14 and I don't have any time to edit. And yes, I am just writing out the time so that as soon as this thing says 40 minutes, I end.